Started as an excuse to get the warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So USC's offense will go on the attack first. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
Crosses to 35. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Trojans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Presley. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This crowd full of throats, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the air on second down. Fires on the move. They just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
They'll run play action. The sure hands, it's Larson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Right back to it. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Notre Dame right back to the line. He'll keep it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. And 6.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Here's a quick throw out to Milwaukee. Breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've held this ball forever. Driven it deep. Now facing a 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Ara Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we can keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Setting up the screen. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Presley. Catch in the middle, it's Payne.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw and just lobbing the ball down the field.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom date. They're trailing by 14 to South Carolina. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy...
There he goes! Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Another incompletion on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Presley. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Now up by 7 points here in the second. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call it.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. He makes the grab. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. They march 72 yards, and they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The screen, he can go! And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quick release by the QB. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half...
Turning it on! That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They get to him as he throws. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the gun. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man. Takes it the other way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Presley. Fires to the big fella. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Back open in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, the Jewel Shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments.
The Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. He'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the run, now to throw. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Notre Dame right back to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Hard-hitting tackle. The Irish come to the line facing second and short.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job.
He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he'll be stopped short, or maybe he stopped himself short. To pass, it's Presley. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Working that left side now.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive explosive play for the first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Wants to throw again. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They want to throw it. Dances away. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And that one will give them the lead. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Presley. Parks it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The volley cheers going on high. And here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. First down and more. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Presley. Fires to the big fella. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Trojans will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll give it to him again. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to... Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Easy. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Presley. Fakes to grab. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Finds his tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Catch inside the 25. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Wants to throw it. Finds a man in the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Touchdown Trojans! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Offense trying to keep them off balance on first and 10.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. It's complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, better look out. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Handoff from the gun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game in hand.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Presley. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting the field goal on the board, they'll line up for the onside kick.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the Jewel Shillelagh. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.